The landscape is always changing for the not-for-profit sector. There are constant government and sector reforms that are being rolled out. This challenges many small to medium enterprises that we work with. And so we often are finding ourselves supporting them by finding partners, working with alliances, developing consortiums to ensure that they can be a sustainable organisation into the future. We work with a broad range of organisations at Community Business Australia, some very small, medium-sized to the larger organisations. We find that many of the smaller ones are under more pressure because of their very size and the fact they have limited capacity to be able to deliver a broad range of services. They are often under pressure by sometimes their larger providers to actually join up with them through an amalgamation or possibly a merger. But of course that's not the only way for their future going forward. And so at CBA we actually help organisations to actually determine various options available to them in terms of their future. And that could be through a partnership or an alliance with a like-minded organisation that might add value to their service provision, but at the same time ensure that their sovereignty or their ownership of the organisations remains with their community. When bringing two or more organisations together in a partnering and alliance process, it's important that we understand each other, and so we need to come together, particularly the key decision makers, to understand each other's organisations and also what the goals are of that particular alliance or partnership. Once it's established the clear goal for the partnership or alliance, it's important that there is a plan going forward for the establishment of the partnership and then the contributions and efforts that each of the contributing partners make. Of course, like anything, there's always important to have a lead provider and someone that can really take the lead in this process. And often that falls to one organisation that might be well positioned geographically or might have more resources or might have specialty expertise in that space. At CBA we have a full range of consultancy services that can support organisations when they work through partnering and alliance processes. Whether it be through a due diligence process that's required when we're looking to work with another organisation, whether we need to ensure that we facilitate workshops around the objects of our partnership. No matter what it is, we've got consultants that can support those processes. Yes, there are a number of barriers that we find we need to support organisations with when it comes to partnering and forming alliances. Those barriers include the fear or the apprehension around the intentions of the partner organisations. As an example, if there's a larger provider in an alliance group, some of the smaller providers often feel anxious about whether that intention of the larger provider is actually to take them over rather than to work with them. So it's important that we come together and we're very clear and open and transparent about what our intentions are. In addition, the CEOs really need to come together of those organisations or the senior staff members to make sure that there is a collaborative working relationship between them and they can actually work together. And so we can help facilitate those important discussions of those key people who will be working in the alliance. And finally, the boards of those organisations must clearly see the benefit to their own individual organisations of committing resources, time and energy into forming those alliances. Because if they don't see the benefit, they'll say it's not worth the effort, energy, and we may as well just be working in our own organisations. The results are very empowering. Organisations that thought they had a limited future because they were small, vulnerable, and they couldn't see far into the future, now can see a much brighter future when they can continue providing services in their communities with the support of their alliance partners. So it's powerful for not only the one organisation but the collective of those alliance and partnerships coming together.